So ultimately what we're looking at doing is separating the soft sample from the hard sample. The majority of the bugs will wind up in the soft sample. That's the important one. And it's pretty much just through mixing it around and separating the heavy stuff from the lighter organic material. Kind of get your hand in there and scoop it around a little. Make sure not to let anything flop out. And then pour into your bowls. Now you can get it down a little bit. And the important thing here is when you're pouring, you don't want to pour so aggressively that the rocks and the sediment on the bottom pour into this. This is just trying to get the soft organic matter. And this will take a few goes. You want to fill it up again and kind of swoop upstream so you're not letting any of the bugs out, but you're getting water in. And we just kind of repeat that a bunch. Shake it around to get some of that stuff suspended in the water. Yeah, you can see all the bugs that are going in there. The hard sample will wind up having very little bugs, but I think it's just kind of just to make sure. You can also take some of the big sticks and rocks, just make sure there's no bugs on them. And throw them away so they don't wind up tearing your bag.
The swishing movement of the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fluff and then the swoosh are the key parts to remember to do. That's the swish. So fluff and then swish.
We're gonna get a big organic flop on this next one.
Fluff and swish.
Good stuff. And so you can kind of see the stuff that's still coming out is organic. Once we start getting down to the finer sand and silt, that is when we switch to our other bag. But this takes a good 5 minutes before you're able to move on from the soft. Once you're through some of the bigger stuff, you can skip the fluff. Just go to the swirl. And then ideally, towards the end, the water actually starts to look relatively clear. Still pretty dark and filled with a bunch of organic material. This one ought to be better though. Cool. And you can see it now. It's pretty much just
Wow, nice.
the sand and cobble and
Good job.
gravel.
Sweet.
So now we grab our soft sample bag, and what you can do is kind of take this. We want to have the ethanol be as strong as it can be, so we're trying to get as much water out of here without totally destroying the bugs as we can. believe we want our ethanol to be roughly around 75% after it's been mixed. Cool, so there's kind of an art to doing this next part. If you wouldn't mind, I'll trade you. Yeah, so there's a little tag in there that's the same thing as this label up here, and that's just if anything happens to either one of those. And I think also when they plop out the samples too, it's nice to have it sitting with the sample. Alright, so you kind of take it into a ball, flip it upside down. Drop it in, hold it like that. Take your ethanol and try to get as much off the bolus net as you can with the ethanol.